Thought we found kind of our groove there midway through the first quarter after one of the timeouts, and then the second quarter, I thought we had a lot of success just with our pace. We knew that was a big factor if we could keep them off the boards, which I thought for the most part early in the game we did a better job. I thought in the second half, that kind of hurt us a little bit, fouling a little bit too much, though that slowed us down. But when we had our opportunities to get stops or misses or steals and get out and run, I thought that was great by the group. So after a holiday coming in, our guys are playing well right now. Have a lot of guys that are making impact, and every different night it can be someone different. So the ball movement's great, taking care of the balls, steadily getting, better. But I thought the intent from a lot of guys, I think we had 9 or 10 guys with 2+ assists, or all 10 out of 11 guys had an assist, which is great. So overall, very quality win.
There was one or two points in the game where you had Scotty, Marcus, and Ja all out there together. Obviously, you have to have all three available to do that, which hasn't been a lot this season. But you did that tonight, and the other games this season, you've had Santi at the 3 with Jaren and either like Huff or Edie. So either really small, really big. Mm-hmm. When you do stuff like that, like in a game like tonight, is that reactive to the game, or are you just still trying to sort of test out parts of the roster and see what you can do with it?
Yeah, still testing out a little bit. I mean, I think we had some good early returns with John Scotty, but, that was just a short sample. And point of attack defense, from Scotty and Marcus, but also I thought Ja was pretty good tonight. They tried to go at him early in the game. He did a great job in one-on-one situations, competing on the ball, pick and rolls, pursuit. Again, guys make some tough shots on him, or our entire team for that matter. But then 3 guys that really do a good job pushing the pace. I mean, that was a huge priority tonight. It is every single night, but we knew that was going to be something that we could unlock, especially we started getting into our sub pattern. And as I said, we're having, Ja back in the starting lineup, Scotty coming off, Marcus coming off the bench. Like, how can we still utilize those guys, not just defensively, but offensively? And I'm actually really encouraged. I mean, those guys, they can play big on the ball, and sometimes they're switching, sometimes they're not, depending on who's in the pick and roll action, but still learning kind of phase. But there were some early returns we wanted to see that maybe those 3 guys could, give us something good too. And then I think, a lot of their minutes were also with Jaren and BC, which that could be a good 5-man lineup for us.
Coach, I know you're never happy with your defense performance, but how close are you getting to doing what you want to do on a night-to-night basis?
Defensively?
I
think our communication can still be better. I thought I got better as the game went on. They were starting to use some more small pick and rolls. They started putting guys in double drags in different positions that we had to account for. We're fouling, too much. I think all 4 quarters, it seemed like they got in the bonus in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and we were having to play with a lot of free throws, and we're subbing guys in, and our awareness in those situations have to improve. And as I said, I thought there were some early moments where we were doing well defensive rebounding, and then a couple of those moments where it's like, we got to get that 50-50 ball. We got to get that hit because that was also a big priority. I think they're 3rd in the league in crash rate. So there is still a work in progress, but I think we're trending way better than we were like first 2-3 weeks of the season.
Hey, Coach, this is the second game that Ja has been available that he has pretty much taken over the scoring load in the first half, followed by Jerry in the second half. Is that planned, or is that just flow of the game?
I think it's just flow of the game, and as I always tell those guys, and I've told the team, we need 5 guys to be in aggressive mode, and it's great that Ja sets a tone when we talk about our pace, and I'm just repeating myself over and over again. When he's a driver of that, we get guys running without the ball, we get kick aheads, we get early lobs, we get drive kick swings or swing off of his early attacks. And I thought, credit to the Pelicans, they had a pretty good game plan against Jaren. He couldn't really get to some spots on the floor, and they showed double teams. He had one good kick out, and then another crowded one, and it took him maybe a minute to get in the flow, and I'm glad that in the second half he turned it up.
Coach, speaking of Ja and the tone, it seems like defensively now he's taking some more pride in that on that side of the floor. Is that something that you've seen, like a tangible thing in terms of how he approaches defensively now?
Yeah, I think I probably said it maybe a month and a half or 2, whenever training camp was. I love how he usually always starts the season coming out with that intent, that mentality, being aggressive defensively and on the ball, and now it's about being consistent. And I think this is the best that I've seen him in his 6 seasons, where it's every single night for the most part. He's giving great effort in one-on-one defense. We're trying to create more pressure with our full court. I think it's taken him a minute to kind of have that click in, but when he's picking up full court and he can apply pressure, and it just engages him more. And we talk about anybody can be a point of attack defender for us. So I'm glad he's really embracing that. I'm going to keep challenging him to make that consistent.
Oh, Taylor, just for clarification from earlier, I know you said Zach Edey. Mm-hmm. It was kind of unclear if you were referencing to him ramping up starting now or already ramping up and
No,
returning?
he's going to be starting up pretty soon. He's been just doing kind of light 1-on-0 work last couple of days. So I would imagine in the next couple of days we could maybe see him getting into some more movement, workouts, and hopefully on the shorter end. Great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.